again, YouTubers. So I am sitting down today. So I actually was getting ready. That is thunder, by the way. Look at the sun. We have these like weird thunderstorms here at the Cape, but it's obviously sunny out, but we're having thunderstorms or thunder going on. So I was getting ready to work out this morning, and I realized that it has been 2 months to the day today that I have been here at this house. And I was like, okay, I've totally changed what I'm doing, what I thought I was gonna be doing for the summer, and just like everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw a little bit of makeup on real quick and sit down and tell you guys what I've done differently for my summer weight loss. Because a lot of you have asked me on Instagram what I'm doing differently because you can see the change. So today is the 15th of June. This won't be going up until next week, but I wanted to sit down and do it today because it is officially 2 months since I've been here. So I left for here, did I just say June 15th? It's August 15th. I left for here on June 15th, and now it is August 15th. So 2 months exactly. And when I left, if you go back, and I will link it here somewhere, my summer weight loss or my weight loss journey video, I kind of talked, and you should probably go back and see that anyway, because that tells you kind of like my whole life story as far as like how I grew up, how I think about food, what I've done, and what I'm gonna do. And you guys definitely enjoyed that, and you said you wanted to know like progress reports, kind of things like that. And at first I was gonna wait and do this when I get back home in September. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and at least give you guys an update right now, and then, because it might change when I get home again. So I wanna do it while it's all still fresh in my mind. I came into this, I had just subscribed to Weight Watchers, I was gonna track my food, I was gonna try and do cardio, like I had all these ideas of things I was gonna try and do. And then you get here, and you have people in and out of your house, and you have things going on, and we go out to eat when we are here at this house 90% of the time. If you follow my Instagram and my stories, you will see it. Because we go out with friends and we go out to eat and we do things, and when Marty's not here, I go out with his mom or I eat something little at the house, and so we don't have a lot of food here. So that's the first thing that somewhat helps me, is I don't have a lot of food and snacks in this house. I have snack stuff, and what I buy of snack stuff, I try to buy things that don't interest me as far as snack stuffs. I like chips that are like flavored chips, like sour cream and onion, barbecue, things like that. So I buy plain chips. I buy Doritos that don't really tempt me, Cheetos, like things that don't tempt me to eat them. And so with that being said, I don't have a lot of snack stuff. I also don't have a lot of sweet stuff. And what I do have of sweet stuff is MJ's like candy stuff that he takes to the beach with him and stuff, and that's in a separate cabinet. And I'm gonna touch back on that later on, what I think my process is gonna be going forward. So I got here, the first week or so was like, you spend cleaning the house, getting everything organized, putting everything where you want it, you know what I mean? Like just getting acclimated back to this house. I didn't have, if you follow that video, there's no form of gym here. So I don't have a gym membership here. There are bike trails here that I can go running, but I have a 6-year-old, and unless he's up and ready to go, it's not gonna happen. The majority of my days are, right now, I get up, I get him up, I get him breakfast, and I let him watch a show or his iPad or whatever he chooses to do. I go downstairs. We did buy a treadmill for this house. I bought a Nordic Trek something. I'll try and link it. I don't even know if that's possible. I bought a Nordic Trek. I'll take a picture and put it in here. It's in a back kind of like storage area of my house. It's not in a living room, anything like that. I take my iPad with me. I go down, I do a minimum of 30 minutes, a minimum of 200 calories, and even the days that I don't want to do anything and I'm just not motivated, I'm like, okay, watch 1 half-hour show and just go down there with my iPad, something that's on my DVR, and just watch and go. And I know even if I just walk it, I'm doing something for that 30 minutes. And I would say I do that 6 out of the 7 days. Every once in a while something will come up or something's going on where it just doesn't work out, but I try to do that an absolute minimum of 6 days a week. It's nothing strenuous. Most days I do an incline walk. I walk at like a 10, at like 4.0, and then some days, I'd say 2, maybe 3 days a week, I either do a minute walk, a minute jog, a 30-second run, a minute walk, a minute jog, a 30-second run. I just kind of go 1, 1, 1, and I just kind of build it up, and I just continue to do that. And I go as high as 7.5 running on this. I am not 100% comfortable, and I don't do that at the incline, by the way. I do that like at a lower height, usually at about a 2.0. I haven't gone up to an 8 yet on this treadmill. I have it other ones, but not on this one. I'm just not comfortable with it yet. It's an amazing treadmill for a home treadmill, but you know how you just have to get used to it. They just feel a little bit different. So that being said, I do that. And then I come upstairs and I usually eat. And I eat 3 egg whites every morning. Some mornings I also have toast with it, with some peanut butter. Some mornings I have a yogurt with some raspberries or some strawberries or something in it. It just depends on what I'm hungry for. So that being said, the main things that I have changed here are I do cardio every single day. I have no weights here, so I don't do weights, I don't do lunges, I don't do any of those extra things. I just do that 30 to 45, sometimes 50 minutes of just working out on the cardio, quick, easy, get it in and out. I have changed my eating patterns, and what I mean by that is I have decided to do what I would call low carb. And by low carb, I don't mean no carb, because by low carb, I mean if there is another option, I will choose something that has no carbs. But things like when you go to the beach and you're taking a sandwich to the beach, it's too hard to pack up a salad and all that good fun stuff. So I just honestly take the sandwich too, and I have the sandwich. Or if I'm at a dinner and we get nachos as an appetizer, I'll have 1 or 2. And by carbs, by the way, carbs are also sugars. So I try to eat low glycemic sugars or fruits. So I try to eat apples, I try to eat strawberries, I eat some grapes that I take with me to the beach, I eat cherries. Sometimes raspberries I put in my yogurt because they mush up easier, so I get plain yogurt, like plain Greek yogurt, the small little Dannon ones. Oh, it's gonna storm in that. It's starting to get darker, I can see it out that way. But anyway, the single serving ones, I dump it in, and then I take some raspberries and mash them up in it, and it's a raspberry flavored yogurt without the sugars of the flavored yogurts. So I try to watch the glycemic index on the sugars. I also cut out all desserts. Yes, you heard me correctly. I have a nasty sweet tooth. Like, I want dessert every single night after I eat dinner. And I cut it out, and I have stayed very consistent with it. I have even gone out multiple times to my favorite restaurant that has my favorite dessert, that's a sweet and salty brownie. And Marty has ordered it twice. And one time I took 2 bites and I stopped on our anniversary. And the other time he ordered it, I took no bites, 0. I mean, we have gone out a lot, and I've had to be like, nope, I'm good. Because everybody knows I love dessert. I don't drink. Dessert is my vice. I'm like, and I've been like, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. And everybody's always like, really? And I'm like, yes, I'm doing good. I'm not doing it. Don't tempt me. No. So every once in a while I'll have a bite or 2, but I have pretty much cut that out. If I'm really craving something sweet, at home, I have 2 different things that I will have. I will either have a Kind bar, which has some dark chocolate on it, or I will have a sugar-free Jell-O with some whipped cream, because whipped cream has like next to no carbs in it, and the sugar-free Jell-O has no carbs in it. So those are some key things I've been doing. I've been doing really, really good with my water. I drink water. If I'm craving a flavored water, I personally use like the Crystal Light squeeze things, and I put that into my water. I have started to love soda water, and now I'm on LaCroix. If you guys have a favorite flavor of LaCroix, let me know. I'm obsessed with the pomegranate right now. I like the peach pear, that was okay, but the pomegranate is my favorite. There was also a watermelon strawberry one that was good, but I think it was limited edition. So those are my key things. Then another thing I also incorporated in, and when I first heard about this, I was like, I can't do that. And it's called intermittent fasting. And what that essentially is how I started it. It's basically it's not like you take a day and fast all day, or you take 2 days and you don't eat anything, or you juice, or any of that type of stuff. It is strictly your body, when you are sleeping at night, takes a break from eating. So what I started out by doing, because there's different methods of it. There's like the 16-8, there's like an 18-6, like there's all different breakdowns. And to work myself into that, I started out doing 12 hours of eating, and you eat healthy during that 12 hours. It doesn't mean you can eat stupid things and like crazy sugars and all kinds of things. You eat healthy during that time and you're conscious of what you're eating. But if I'm done eating at, let's say, 7:30 at night, use that as an example. I started out, and then the next morning I would not eat anything until 7:30 the next morning. Make sense? And then I kind of built up. So what I typically do is I do a minimum of 12 hours. So like if I go to dinner late night, we have a 9:15 dinner reservation. I'm not done eating dinner until 10:30. I don't eat anything the next morning until 10:30. However, like last night I went out to dinner with a girlfriend of mine, and I was done eating at 7:30. The only bad thing is every time I'm done eating, I'm like looking at my watch to see what time it is. I finished eating at 7:30. So I technically, the key is to try to work up to 16 hours of no eating, because your body then eats the fat. And I'm by no means a nutritionist. This is just what is working for me and things that I have found that work for me. Check with your doctor if you need to, all that fun stuff. Disclaimer, this is just what is working for me. So that being said, last night I went to dinner, was done eating at 7:30, and I ate my first meal today at 11:30. So a lot of people would be like, 11:30, that's lunch. Well, I eat a breakfast, and then I'll eat a lunch when I get down to the beach in a couple hours at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever. I'll take something with me and eat it when I get to the beach. I eat cheese sticks a lot. I've been eating those Smart Balance snacks, different things like that. We don't have any fast food here on the Cape, so we're never tempted to stop anywhere like that. The closest thing we have is an A&W, and that's it. It's not really anything like, there's no McDonald's, no Taco Bell, no Chick-fil-A, no anything. There's not even hardly any restaurants where you can order and pick up food. That's why we go out so often. So essentially, so 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So I got 16 hours today because I started eating at 10:30, so that's perfect. So then, again, today, I'll eat today. I got up, I ate, my eggs and I had a piece of peanut butter toast today. And so tonight, whatever time I'm done dinner, I'll look at what time it is and I'll try to eat nothing until that time tomorrow, and then possibly longer if I can go that longer. The longest I tend to go is 16 hours. Otherwise, I get hangry. And we do not want to see that. Trust me. Now, another thing that I do, that I try to do, this doesn't happen all the time, I'd say it happens maybe 3 days a week, is something called intermittent cardio. And what that is, not everyone can do this, but I am able to do this, is some mornings, depending on my morning and how busy it is, I will get up, and before I eat anything, you can drink tea and coffee. You guys can Google intermittent fasting, like, trust me. You can drink tea, you can drink coffee, things like that. I drink my green tea with my apple cider vinegar in the morning with my collagen peptides, and I'm good to go. And that holds me over. But intermittent fasting cardio, what I will do is I will get up, I will have my cup of tea, I will get things done, I'll get MJ set up, I will go do my cardio, and then I will eat my breakfast. So I am burning even more because I'm doing that cardio before that first meal is in me. Because if I have that first meal in me, then my body is burning that when I do the cardio. Now, I know there are so many of you out there right now going, you have to eat breakfast, there's this big thing, I did it for years, guys, years. I would get up this whole winter, last winter, every morning I got up and I made Marty and I eggs and toast and bacon and breakfast and whatever we were having every single morning at 7 o'clock. I had to eat something 7 o'clock every single morning. And I gained more weight last year than I've ever been. When I got here to the Cape 2 months ago, exactly to the day, I weighed 160 pounds. Today, I weigh 149.8 pounds. I'm down 10.2 pounds doing this. This is just what is working for me. I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a physical trainer. No, is that right? Physical trainer. I'm not a personal trainer. There we go, personal trainer. I am not a personal trainer. Nothing. But this is what works for me right now. Now, I am going to say that a couple things I'm going to change when I get home. So, key thing I've noticed is in this house, I don't have like a food cabinet. At my other house, I have these 2 doors that open and it has all the snacks and all the cooking stuff and all different stuff in it, and it's huge. And that's where we keep all the snack stuff and like pastas and things like that. That being said, here, it's all in different cabinets. So MJ has a cabinet with his stuff down there, and then I've got cabinets with like cooking stuff, and then I have cabinets with like the Kind bars and like snack stuff that's like healthy snack stuff, and then things like that. So I tend to here go for the fridge before I go for any of those cabinets. So when I get home, what I think I'm gonna do, and let me know if you guys wanna see me tape this, I think I'm gonna move all the food stuff that's in that huge cabinet into separate cabinets, and I'm gonna take all the stuff like my Tupperware, like my extra pots and pans, like my blenders, my Cuisinart, my crock pot, all those things, and put them in that cabinet. So that way I'm doing what I do here, which is gauging more towards the fridge, which is fresh fruits, vegetables, things like that. I snack on cucumbers, things like that here, salads, things like that. So I go that way, cheese, things like that, more than going for a chip or a cookie or something like that. Also, MJ's stuff is down low here, and I don't go for those cabinets where like there might be cookies or chips or things that I might be wanting to try. And at home, when I open it up, I might have in mind that I'm going for something healthy, like, you know, I don't even know, like the Kind Bar, and I end up eating a freaking cookie because when I open it up, I see the cookies and I'm like, ooh, I'll eat that instead. So I think all of these things have helped me over this 2-month period of time. You have to listen to your own body though. Find what works for you. What works for me is not going to work for everyone, but this is what is working for me this summer. Now, I will do an update maybe after I get home, maybe at the end of September, early October, after I've gotten settled. I am considering I talked to Marty about this, I'm gonna keep my gym membership, but I think I'm also going to get a treadmill for the house. Because some days I get up, MJ doesn't get on the bus till 9:10. And it's like, by 9:10, by the time I get to the gym, it's 9:45, I've lost half my morning. So if I'm getting up at 7 at home, 7:30, I would rather get him his breakfast up, go downstairs at 8 o'clock, get my cardio done, eat my breakfast, get shower dressed ready, get him on the bus, and I've got my whole day ahead of me while he's at school. So I'm seriously considering that. Marty and I did talk about that. He's fine with me getting a treadmill there. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. But I wanna keep my membership at the gym as well because I want to still do my favorite step class. You know, Candace, if you're watching, I'm back in for that. And then, you know, I like my other classes, my Tabata, my things like that, and I really, really like doing those. Do you see how dark it's slowly getting back there? So I like doing all of those things, but I think that this would be a good way to incorporate all of it together. So here's hoping it'll work when I get home, but this is what has worked so far. 2 months, 10 pounds. That has never happened to me since I was in like my late 20s, early 30s. And so I'm gonna keep going with this and see how long it can get me. Figure I'll give you guys an update like every 2 months. Does that make sense? So maybe October 15th, I'll tape another one. I don't know, let me know your thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on my weight loss and where I've been and my working out and all that good fun stuff. I hope you found some good tips and tricks and things like that from me. People always ask me too, I forgot this. My favorite workout brand, by far, sports bras, Zella, leggings, Zella, tops, Nike or Zella. Like I've got a Nike one on right now, Nike or Zella. Sweatshirts, Nike or Zella, and some Adidas. My sneakers, New Balance, Adidas, Nike. I'll link those brands down below for you. But my Instagram stories, I show you guys that stuff and what I'm wearing and things like that. So, and on my Instagram posts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this helped you somewhat, because I hope it motivated you, because it's motivating me even sitting down doing this. So thank you so much for following in my journey. Please be aware to check with your doctors, whoever you need to, nutritionists, whoever you talk to, and just listen to your body and know what works for you. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.